and mine has become this. So let me take you on a little tour of what I've done here. The first thing that I didn't like about the S2 as it arrived in the mail was it had a plastic belt loop and lanyard cord attachment on the plastic sheath. I thought that was kind of flimsy, so what I did is I removed it. Then I made about 16 holes. I heat drilled about 16 holes through the plastic sheath, and I attached a strip of leather here. So now I have a more durable belt loop and lanyard holder. You'll notice that some people will complain about the fact that there is no way to secure this knife to its sheath other than to stick it in there and hope that it holds. Or if you're using it as a neck knife, gravity will be your friend, of course. So I added a strap here with a snap, and that took care of that problem. Now what I have here is not 550 cord. I think it's 400 cord. I bought it at REI, and I've wrapped several feet of it around the plastic sheath that the knife came with. And in order to accomplish that, the first thing I did was I figured out that there's about a ½ inch of play between the bottom of the original sheath and the tip of the knife once it's in the sheath. So I went ahead and I heat drilled through there, and that's where I began my cord wrapping down in here. And with a bit of a closer look there, you can kind of see that. Once I got to the end, of course, I melted it. I cut it and I melted it. So let me show you a few other things. Here, here, and here. These are homemade Ranger bands, if you will. And I used bicycle tubing. Stay put. And I found that this particular size works extremely well. Once you cut your pieces and you slide them on, this is a very, very tight fit. So you got your 700 by 25 by /32C, whatever. I don't know what that means. I just know that it was the smallest inner tube I could find, and I bought this at Walmart for about $5. Alright, so let me show you one more thing. Actually, two more things. I personally didn't care for the birch handle. I thought that it got very hard to hold when my hands were sweaty, if you're working for a while with this thing. So what I did is I went ahead and I used a bit of that tubing that I just showed you, and I stretched it down over here. Now it's not held in any other way except for the tension of the tubing, the tension of the rubber, and that is a tight fit. That took me quite a long time to get that on here. This now provides a really good feeling grip. Now my hand, it's slightly big, I guess, but I prefer a little more circumference in a knife handle, and this added just a little bit. But what it added that was most important to me was it's sticky now. And when you hold it and you're working with it for a while, and your hands are getting sweaty, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it wants to grab on. It's like sticking to the pads of my inner fingers there. I can feel it. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera though. But this is not going anywhere. Okay? The last thing that I did is I took my Dremel and I worked the top blunt side to a 90-degree angle, and that's great for removing outer bark from things, or using your fire steel, catches a fire steel well and gets you a nice good spark. So those are the modifications to my Mora S2. Maybe some ideas you guys can use, or if you don't like them or you do like them, feel free to comment either way. Thank you.